Hi, I'm Pastor Kevin Williams Jr., and I'm just going to be sharing some thoughts and memories of my lovely mother, the late great Evangelist Sandra Williams. So hopefully you can enjoy this as I reflect as we approach and celebrate Mother's Day. My mother is Sandra Yvette Williams. She was a wonderful woman of God, a God-fearing woman, a religious legend, a hard-working woman. She never was an individual that settled, and she worked so hard to provide not just for herself, her family, her children. She was at church all the time, going to many different services, whether it was her local assembly or local church that she was a member of, or attending councils, conventions. She was just a very driven woman, and she was definitely a soldier in the army of the Lord. My mother, Sandra Williams, then Sandra Rowland, she was born and raised and grew up in Detroit. And I think one of her first jobs that I knew about, obviously I wasn't around, she worked at Farmer Jack for some years. That was one of her jobs that I can remember, but I just remember she was a very hard worker. And then for a period of time, in 5 years, we lived in Van Wert, Ohio. Then we came back here to the Detroit metropolitan area. But she was always a hard worker. As far as I can remember, she worked sometimes 60 hours a week until she was diagnosed with lupus. And then, unfortunately, due to the illness and sickness, she ceased to work regular 9 to 5, but that did not stop my mother from taking care of her children, even making sure that it was a hot meal ready for her husband when my father came home from work, or just it still did not stop her drive. And I just remember that she would just invite people over, even after church, at Grady Great Simple Taylor, or even for my grandfather, who also passed away a few years ago, and just cook. My grandfather would come over on Sunday morning before church, and my mom would cook pancakes and salmon, grits and eggs, sausage and bacon. And she was the type of person that would make sure that you were okay before she was okay. And she wouldn't really, if she wasn't feeling good, she didn't want you to know that she wasn't feeling good. She didn't want to be a nuisance or a pest to anybody when she was not feeling good. Some things I can think about with my mother is that we always would go on a family vacation. Every year, we always would go to Cedar Point. My mother would also make sure that we had our outfits for Easter and Christmas and 4th of July. We always got new clothes, new outfits, sometimes new shoes for these occasions. I just remember the many vacations we took as a family, the many times. And even when I began to rise as an athlete, and I would go to camps. I remember I went to the 5-star camp in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and we went there. My mother came, she was there with me almost the whole week. And then when I started to get recruited by different colleges, universities, my mother would take these trips with me, and I just remember just everything in the way she she would even ask the coaches, like, are you saved? What church you go to? Your mama go to church? Where your daddy at? And and even when I played basketball and I played football, she would run down the sideline with her Bible like, defense, defense. So, but I do remember specifically, I remember both of my graduations that she was there, which would be one of the two fond memories. And I just remember the smile on her face when I graduated. Got my associate's degree. I graduated pretty much the top of my class, and just the biggest smile, because I believe at that time in the immediate family, I was the first kid to even get a degree. And she was just so happy, and then I repeated it when I received my bachelor's degree, and she just was, I was able to present that, for my mother. And then I also, I remember really the last time that I spoke to her, which I believe it was a Thursday, and it was documented that she passed away the following Saturday. But when I spoke to her that Thursday, she said she was proud of me. She said pretty much prophesied over my life. My daughter was there, Camille, at the time, and she just, although she knew that this was the last time she would see me, she still had a smile on her face. And I just, thinking about everything that my mother did for me, because she made a lot of sacrifices, not just for me, but for my siblings, and she was a praying warrior. Many nights I would be in my bed, and I get up for school tomorrow, or what have you, and at 4 in the morning you would just hear speaking in tongues, somebody's stomping on the floor. I didn't know what was going on every day. And then I remember when I first went to college, the first college institute I went to was New Mexico Military Institute, which is located in Roswell, New Mexico. So I was getting everything. I just picked up my mattress to make sure that I got everything out of my room. And when I picked it up, it was a scripture on there, Psalms 23, which is also my mom's tombstone. And then I'm gonna leave you with this for this segment. It was times that me and my siblings, not so much my youngest brother Corbin, because he was a little bit younger, he's about 8 to 9 years younger. We would have to recite Psalms 23 in its entirety before we eat dinner. So that just tells you what I grew up in a household. Them is just some of the memories as I'm scrapping to give you just a piece, the luxury that my mom had presented with her presence to me during my childhood. Actually, when I think about it, my mom did know that I would be a pastor. She prophesied it. I believe God showed her what made it easier for her to make her transition. She told many people that I didn't even have no idea she told them. Because at the time when she passed away, I was a musician. I was a secular musician at the time. And, I knew that I had a calling on my life, but I really didn't know the extent of it, and I didn't know when it would happen. But I do believe that God showed her that I would be pastoring, I would be preaching the gospel, I would be teaching the gospel, and I would be working in the vineyard. So I have to say, reflecting back, that yes, I believe that she knew that I would be a pastor. If I would have to say some lasting impressions that she made, just her legacy, because a lot of times people say things, but their actions don't support their statements. But my mother was the type of individual individual. She would say things, but her actions definitely really showed out, because she was such a hard worker that people paid attention to her hard work, to her sacrifice. And then it just became basically the description of who she was. So if I have to say some impressions that she left on me, my sister, and my brother, I definitely have to say she was a hard worker, because people look at me and say I'm a hard worker. You know, yes, I'm pastor, but I still work a 40-hour job, and still is a husband, still is a father, still works on several different aspects of ministry, on the state level, on the national level, international level, whatever I can to be a benefit to the kingdom. So I would have to definitely say hard work was one of them. The other one I would say is love. My mother is the type of individual, she would definitely let you know that she loved you. She would let you know that she loves you by her words, her actions, her sacrifice, her compassion, her knowledge, and even sharing some experiences that can help you what you were going through. So it would be two things that I have to say was lasting impressions that my mother left on not just me and my siblings and my family, my extended family, and my church family. Even at Grady Grace Temple, Taylor, in Taylor, Michigan, she has a plaque on her wall where she's honored for a sacrifice that she made to that church that we was there nearly 25 years. So there would be the two characteristics that I would say that my mother left, lasting impressions, love and hard work. So hopefully this brief interview, as I reflect and as we are celebrating Mother's Day, I can just give you a glimpse of some of the things that I experienced as a child, and I was just happy to share them with you. And my mother doesn't have to worry about her legacy living on, because as long as I'm here, I'm gonna make sure that we never forget Evangelist Sandra Williams. So we love you, and God bless you.